Recently, I was checking my Facebook timeline in one of my favorite Facebook groups called Black Men's Travel, right? Really good group. Check it out. My man Aaron, that's his group. And he posted an article, surprisingly, with the same name, blackmentravels.com. I think that they started also a blog to supplement the group. The name of the article is called Why More Brothers Are Starting to Prefer Latino Women. Now, this was interesting, and whenever I see something like this, I always want to hear the perspective of the authors. However, in this article, which is pinned to the first comment, I want you to go read it. It is not written by the author to persuade the reader. Instead, it is written as an interview. And they basically took the interview from some questions they asked a young lady named Adriana, who is a Latino woman. Now, before we get into what she had to say, I want to first talk about the controversy that has become Passport Gate. We've all heard about it. Brothers going overseas, in particular, certain countries. Dominican Republic, Mexico, Costa Rica, Brazil, Colombia, all of these countries that are known for heavily prostitution, in particular the DR in Brazil. We all know about what goes down in some of these countries. And a lot of black men are being shamed because you can't get a woman in America. You got Dominican women in the USA. You got Brazilian women in the United States. You're only going over there because they would never holler at you over here. And you're only going over there because those women are poor. And they're only using you or dealing with you because you have money. You don't go to Europe. You don't go to Canada. You don't go to Britain because you know you can't get any women over there. And so this is an interesting argument because I wanted to hear if the article would combat certain things. But it didn't in this way. But what the article did do, it gave some enlightenment as to why women of the Latina culture are interested in African American men. Let's first start off with, why are black men going overseas? Is it for sex? Is it for everything else? Could be. But one thing that we are leaving out, are black men interested in long-term monogamous relationships? Well, that seems to be the case. How do we know this? More black men are married than black women, and you have a lot of black men marrying out. And the article does say that one of the reasons that black men are seeking out Latino women, why? Latino women are more interested and ready for what? Marriage. In fact, there's a section that says, why are Latin women interested in marriage? Because it's so embedded in their culture. For those brothers who are seeking wives, they're going to Latin women. These women come up in households dealing with family. Family is very, very, very important to Latin women, Brazilian women, Dominican women, right? And get this. Black men, according to this article, are interested in Latina women because of the politeness that they have. And because they're polite, they can adapt to different cultures. People like them, right? They're easy to get along with. Now, I found this to be quite interesting because a lot of brothers say the opposite about African American women. Now, I'm not hearing anything about, Dominican women got big butts or they do this in bed. You're hearing practical reasons, right? At least in the opening paragraph. But when we go to the contrast about Adriana and they ask her, why do Latin women want to talk to black men in America? She never mentions, well, we want to come to the United States and get a green card. We want them for their money. They have money. We want a better life. we want to come to the United States. She said something interesting. Because of their deference, consideration, and chivalry. Deference. Do you guys know what that means? Right? In other words, the ability to step down from one's position. In other words, they believe that black men are more likely to defer to them as women instead of treating them as if they're second-class citizens. In other words, we would like to deal with black American men because they have a history of being nice, in our opinion. In other words, we're tired of being treated like second-class citizens in our own country by our own men. And black men are just much more nicer. We feel that that's, in our opinion, it's a much more healthy way to be in relationships. All right? We want to be able to, we know the man is in charge. We know he controls things. But hey, could you defer to us a little bit and treat us a little bit with some equality? Now, this is interesting because I made a video. Now, this is also anecdotal. But I talked to Art Banaka's wife, who was Polish. And she said the same exact thing. She tracks her husband because he's nice. He'll defer to her at times, right? Wasn't because he had a lot of money. Wasn't because he could do this and that for her or get her citizenship. No. It was because she said, I have a better chance of being in a relationship where I'm not treated like I'm trash. All right? Now, also, because Latin women are so nice and respectful, according to the article, this is something that their men don't appreciate. In contrast, it is something that African American men appreciate very much so. You understand? And so because of that duality, a lot of brothers are seeking relationships with these women. Now, going into this particular point right here, why would you say are the main reasons men are fascinated by Latin women? Now, they said love and faithfulness, they cook, strong values. Now, the love and faithfulness, I don't think anybody's faithful. But let's talk about this cooking piece. How many brothers in today's world can really get a sister to say, I'm going to cook for you every night? And I hear about it all the time. You can call Brazilian women, whatever you want to call them. You can call Latino women, whatever you want to call them. I've always heard Latino women are always down to cook for their men and clean. Even the women that they get in these little situations where they paying for it, they love to do that stuff, right? And let's be honest, brothers ain't really going to expect nobody to be faithful. But that cooking piece, tortillas and burritos, all that good stuff, man, listen, brothers is looking for that, right? Now, I want to talk about this whole particular article. You can read the whole thing for yourself. But what it is showing is that black men are not just looking for one thing. Latino women are not just looking for one thing. And a lot of times, I think a lot of black men are getting hit with just, you're only going over there for this, or you're only going over there for that, or you're only dealing with them for this or that. We got to be honest. There are brothers out there who are looking for long-term stability with women. And get this, a lot of these Latino women are what? In my opinion, some form of Afro-Latina woman. You go to Brazil, you'll see a lot of brothers dealing with women who are Afro-Latina. You'll see brothers dealing with women in Dominican Republic who are Afro-Latina. So a lot of brothers are still staying within the diaspora, just not in the African-American diaspora. So I thought this was an interesting article, man. Let me know what you guys think. Check it out here in the first comment. Shout out to Aaron Ferris for starting the group, man, and A lot of positive brothers. Shout out to Black Men's Travel Facebook group. Make sure you go and check it out. Join up over there. It's a lot of good brothers. Guys, what are some other reasons that you would think would be a reason why brothers would be interested in dating Latin women? Share your experiences, comments below. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out.